Welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Hockey Edition. We have a bunch of games today, so we're just going to jump right into the first one here. Boston plus 100 is in Pittsburgh, minus 118. Total of 6 in this one. I didn't get to anything here. Both these teams are kind of in the same position. They're both going to make the playoffs, but they're kind of fighting for seeding right now. Pittsburgh, obviously, without Jari. It'll be Swayman in net for Boston. I would lean here with the Bruins, but I'm not getting into anything in this one. I was also leaning towards the draw as well, but they haven't gone to overtime, these two teams, as of late when they face each other. So, and just with the Smith and everything, I'm just not sure. So this one is a pass for me. Other spots I like more. Occupancy, what do you think here?
Yeah, I was looking at this game earlier, Terry. Thanks for having me on the show. Hit the like, subscribe. Love talking hockey, and love making money on hockey. Not going to make money here tonight. Cashed a Bruins money line ticket the last time they played, and I'm not going to jump in with this particular matchup. I would lean Penguins for the rapid revenge spot, but I'm not going to bet it. I don't like the price. I don't like the teams. Not betting on the game.
All right, nothing wrong with passing. Toller?
Yeah, pretty much a coin toss in this one. But when it boils it down, I'm looking at the goalies mainly, and Swayman is way better, in my opinion. I lean Bruins money line, but nothing official for me on this, as there's more games tonight.
All right. We'll jump into the second game here. Buffalo is in New Jersey. Plus 118 for the Sabres, minus 136 for the Devils. A total 6.5. I'm pretty sure that Jesper Bratt is questionable. I know he's either day-to-day or he's out. So I'm not sure if he's in the lineup or not. Even if he is, I like the Sabres here, plus 118. They've been playing much better hockey as of late. Thompson has been on fire. He's one of the players I have in in one of my player point parlays. Thompson to get a point. He's been awesome as of late. And Sabres money line plus 114. I got it out at plus 114. It's now plus 118. This is the Sabres here. I think they're a live dog. Occupancy, Sabres and Devils. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Terry. I'm taking a completely different angle here. I cashed the Buffalo team total over 2.5s. Plenty, along with a lot of people this year. What have the Devils cheered for? What have they had to be happy about this year? Not a whole lot. I don't know. I think they just look so pumped to win in Vegas. I don't know. It's this angle I'm taking that the Devils are feeling good about themselves. I know you always bet against the team off the road trip. So look, I didn't get to a bet here, but minus 140 for the Devils money line is just you don't hear it a lot. You don't hear it a lot, but I think that has something to, I think Vegas knows something. I think the Sharps are out on this line personally. I think that plus 120 is kind of baiting for people to bet it. Kind of saw it in baseball the other day. I think the Sharps are out here. Might be a small play on Devils and Reg, your quarter unit. That's how I'll play this game.
All right. A little bit of disagreement. That's always good. Toller, what are your thoughts here? Sabres and Devils.
I personally didn't touch this game very much either. I deep dove into a handful of games I personally liked instead than hitting every game on the slate. I'm seeing everybody going on the Sabres, though. The line hasn't moved too much. The Devils didn't play too bad on their road trip. If you're going to take Sabres, I'd feel safer taking the team total over than taking the side. I also lean the over 6.5 and first period over 1.5.
All right. We'll move along to this one here. Detroit plus 480 is in Florida, minus 650. A total 7. in this one here. What can really be said about this one? Florida minus 2.5, I think is minus. Yeah, Florida minus 2.5 is minus 126. So it's minus 126 for a minus 2.5. There's not much that can be done with this game here. I was looking at maybe thinking, hey, I'll throw Florida money line in with Minnesota money line. Maybe I'll get a plus price. You don't. You don't get a plus price. It's like minus 125. So it's like, okay, so there's not even any reason to do that. I'm just staying off this game. I think Florida wins. I think it could be by multiple goals. But Detroit has been... I could see an upset here as well. So I'm not touching it. Florida minus 650, not much you can do with it. Player props, that is something I do have. Let me see here. I took Giroux over half a point in one of my player point parlays. But other than that, nothing here in this one. Occupancy, Red Wings and Panthers. Any thoughts here?
It is a pass for me.
All right. Toller?
Yeah, tonight it's one of those UFC odd matchups. Like, it's just you can't really find any value unless you're a Red Wings fan and you have some type of hope in them. But like Terry said, the Red Wings haven't been just rolled over yet. When they play heavy favorites right now, they've been keeping up with them. I don't like a minus 2.5. It's huge. I don't care what the matchup is, especially this late in the season when we don't know how teams are going to come out the gate. We do know that Florida can clinch their division tonight, I'm pretty sure, with a win. But they also know that it's not their last night to do that. They're probably going to come in pretty lackadaisical. We saw, I think they play each other on Easter. And it took to the second period for Florida to score. But once they did, they went up like 4 or 5-0. It could be a similar situation like that. I know it's at Florida this time, though. It's a lot more of a hostile environment. But, I mean, we also didn't expect Detroit to hold them, and they kind of outplayed them that first period in the last matchup. So Detroit's not going to be really scared of Florida coming into the game, but Florida's not going to be pushing to get that 2 points in regulation either. I wouldn't take a side at all. I lean the under. I could see it all starting off slow again. Detroit coming out on a good, like, not homestand, they're not at home, but good standing start just to, like, the Panthers are just going to be a little lackadaisical once they get that first one in, and then they'll start piling in. So I lean the under. Don't take a side. I've seen a couple of people take Detroit to score first because it's probably yoked up in odds. But other than that, yeah, don't touch this game unless you have to.
All right. Your audio was a little bit crackly there. But yeah, it's all good. See if you can try to fix that, or we'll move on here to the next one. Weapon X is joining us as well. Philadelphia is in Montreal, plus 120 for the Flyers, minus 142 for the Canadiens. Weapon X is here to drop in his best bet, so I got it. Minus 142 for the Canadiens, a total of 6.5 in this one. Another game that I'm not touching. These are two bad teams. Carey Price will be in net again. The Canadiens were shut out by the Wild the last game. And I don't really know what to expect here. I kind of want to pull a That Sports guy and take Cole Caulfield to score, but I'm just going to pass with this one. If anything, I would lean with Caulfield to score, but not taking anything here. Occupancy, any thoughts here, Flyers and Canadiens?
No, I'm going to pass.
All right, Toller?
Yeah, there's not much here tonight. I've seen a lot of people take the Habs, but I personally think the Flyers have been playing pretty decent hockey right now. I think they're both 2-8 previous 10, so neither team's really in form. But I actually lean Philly money line. I could definitely see the Canadiens winning tonight, but that's going to fall completely on Carey Price. He hasn't had the best return to the NHL, but that doesn't mean he's not due for a pop-out game. And what better place to do it at home?
Exactly. We'll move on along here to this one. Winnipeg plus 215 is in Carolina, minus 260. A total of 6.5 in this one. The Jets have been eliminated from the playoff race. The Hurricanes are in a race of their own to fight the Rangers for top spot in the division. A total of 6.5 here. I'm not touching this game again. I think Carolina should win this, but I don't know if I want to rely on them to win by multiple goals. I could see the Jets somehow sneaking out a win here. But then again, I could see them completely not showing up whatsoever. So because it's kind of I'm not sure what's going to happen here, this is another pass for me. Occupancy, any thoughts here, Jets and Hurricanes?
Yeah, when you go to like a new school or a new job and you're kind of just like in those first days, you're just like seeing who's around. You're not really sure what's going on. Like, this feels like that to me, a lot of this slate. It's just a weird time of the year, to be honest, in the NHL. And a lot of people I follow drop their units, this time of year. I'm doing the same. But of course, it's still work, and people are out here doing this for money, so we still want to give looks. And I'm betting on just Jarvis and Nachos from Carolina to hit their player props, which are a great value. I parlayed Jarvis over shots with Soto from the National Hits, and I parlayed Nachos over shots with Pache on the A's over hits. You can find me on Twitter. I post these cross-sport parlays at occupancy. But no, I'm not going to be looking at any sides or totals. But depending on how these baseball games start looking, I may go in with some singles again on Nachos and Jarvis there on the first line.
All right. Toller, Jets and Hurricanes, any thoughts here?
Yeah, we got two completely different teams in this matchup tonight. Winnipeg Jets, they're out. They've been done. They know they're done. They're ready for the end of the season. I'm pretty sure they got blanked last game, 4-0 or 3-0, one of the two. And Carolina still in a little bit of battle, locking that first place in their division. They're at home. They're not going to give their fans a crappy performance. I would definitely throw Carolina Hurricanes money line into a parlay if you needed a boost. I lean the over. I could see the Jets getting 1 or 2 tonight, and I could also see Carolina putting up 4 on their own. I know the total is at 6.5. Try to catch it live if you can, if there's not a goal in the first 5 minutes or so. As you know, I don't like the 6.5. Other than that, that's about it on this game.
All right. We'll move on along to the next one. The Rangers, minus 120, are in New York facing Islanders, plus 102. A total of 5.5 here. This one I'm on the Rangers. However, so the Rangers are coming off 3 straight shutouts. They've been playing amazing hockey. But the last 2 times they faced the Islanders, they've been shut out by Varlamov, who I guess is healthy enough to play and is playing today. I'm on the Rangers. They're clearly the better team. The Islanders are out of the playoffs. The only thing I can see the Islanders coming to play tonight is to beat their interstate rival. But I think the Rangers are just clearly the better team here. No goaltender is confirmed for the Rangers as of yet. Let me recheck that. Yep, still nobody. I'm hoping, obviously, it's Shesterkin, but no announcement yet. So I am on the Rangers here, and in my player point parlays, I have Panarin, which was at half a point. He's been getting points almost every game. And then Chris Kreider as well. He's been getting points. So I like the Rangers, and I like Kreider, Panarin. I think they will finally score some goals on Varlamov. Occupancy, wearing your Islanders shirt. What are you thinking here, Islanders and Rangers?
Yeah, I'm on the Rangers tonight. I would, take a note this time of year who most of these teams, except for a few, are actually still putting out their best efforts. So I think like the mailing in thing is like a case by case. I don't think every team mails it in. The Rangers have, like you said, Terry, gone off 3 shutouts against the bad team. So that just says to me they're still playing their system. The Islanders won the last game, so you look at splitting the series. Usually, win one, lose one kind of thing. And I did not like what I saw on the ice against Florida, even though it was a close game, and kind of same thing with Toronto, and honestly, even same thing with Montreal. I think that the Islanders personally have a way different mentality this time of year than the Rangers are going to have. Yeah, if it becomes a pond hockey type game, anyone can win. But when if these two teams are putting out their best efforts, I will be on the Rangers in this spot.
I like it. Toller, Rangers and Islanders. What do you think of this one?
I haven't locked anything in yet for this game, but I do lean the Rangers. It's got more to play for, and they are playing better hockey, like Occupancy said. It has to be noted. I do also believe that it's case by case when it comes to throwing in the towel and calling it a season right now. Some teams are just playing for pride. It's really hard to gauge that. But it's also hard to find a minus 120 money line tonight. So it's also hard to pass up. I lean Rangers and Reg because I want the value if I'm taking them. But my main play on this is probably going to be under 1.5 first period, depending on the starting goalies. Just can't ignore the shutouts. Islanders shut them out. Rangers coming off shutouts. Low scoring teams. The Rangers are playing their game, and Islanders, even if they tried to play offensive, they're a defensive team. So definitely leading under situation.
All right. I will move on along here to the next one. The Leafs are in Tampa Bay facing the Lightning. Plus 114 for the Leafs, minus 134 for Tampa Bay. A total of 7 in this one. Here's another tough game. My gut is telling me to bet the draw in this. I think we could get a close game. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. When these two teams have faced each other, most of the time it does go over. I would lean with the over here, but at 7, I don't really want to take that. Leafs plus 114 is kind of appealing, but they will still not have Matthews in the lineup. And Kallgren is in net. So this is just a pass for me. No super confident feel in this. Yeah. Occupancy. Any thoughts here? Leafs and Lightning?
Yeah, I like this game, Terry. Looking at the series history, the Leafs won 6-2 last time, and the time before that, the Lightning won 5-3. So it looks like trending to the over. Both teams have actually gone over in their last 10 games, 5 games each there. Aside from that 1-0 Stars Lightning game from last week. I like the Lightning here. I'll go out and say it. I think that the Leafs get away with a lot. They get a ton of attention and they get away with a lot. I don't think it's going to happen tonight. It's an ESPN game. They're going to Tampa. I say this every time, but Tampa and the Capitals are teams you got to kind of know their spots. You get that over the years and knowing the players. This just seems like a game that Tampa steps up for. Minus 130, minus 135 at some books. I'm going to go with Tampa.
All right. Toller, Leafs and Lightning. Any thoughts on this one?
So I made a joke this morning with my coworkers. We were talking about the future playoff matchups, and I said Drake is on so bad of a curse right now that as soon as the playoffs start, he's going to throw on a Maple Leafs jersey for Toronto, and they're going to get swept. It's a little joke I have, but I do think they're going to get knocked out first round. Like Occupancy said, there's way too much hype on this team. But it's mainly because of Matthews. He's had an amazing year, yes. But if you really look at the close stats and in between the lines, it really has just been him. Majority of everything's gone through that man. It's insane to when you see it, but not many other people are contributing on that team. And if Campbell's off, they're done for. Tonight they got Kallgren in the net and no Matthews. I am definitely going to ride Tampa Bay. They're at home. They like playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's always a good, entertaining hockey game. Um, I don't know, man. I don't think Toronto's that good of a price tonight. I think with the goalie matchups they have and no Matthews, they should be 130 plus 130 or something, but they're not. I don't know. I think there's just too much people hammering them on the public tonight, trying to ride that Toronto wave still. But I don't know. It's different to play down there in Tampa Bay. Like Occupancy said, if you follow Tampa Bay, they got a really hostile crowd down there. It's always been like that. Teams struggle down there. It's just how it is. Nashville used to be like that. We've kind of faded away. We used to be the homeless seventh man, but home crowd makes a big difference in hockey. So yeah, definitely riding Tampa Bay as well.
All right. So I won't be touching the Leafs at all. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna I'll be touching this game though. That's for sure. Vancouver plus 152 is in Minnesota. Minus 180, a total 6.5 in this one. I'm not betting a single bet. I'm not betting this bet singly. The Wild, I'm confident they win here. It's the first time in 16 games that they are not switching goalies. So Talbot will get his second consecutive start. But the Wild play again at home tomorrow against Seattle. So Fleury will get that one. So it's not this huge big deal like FU to Talbot or to Fleury or anything. It's just Evison decided that he wanted Talbot versus the Canucks. So the Canucks here seem to be pretty much out of it. I guess mathematically they're not, but they would have to go on a run. Like they would have to win 4 or 5 of their last 5 games. The Wild have been playing great hockey against playoff teams for a while now. Coming off the 2-0 shutout win against Montreal. The Wild fighting for home ice against the Blues. The Wild have a game in hand and are currently tied. No, I think we're 1 point behind the Blues, but we have 1 game in hand. This game matters for the Wild. I have the Wild money line parlayed with another team, Calgary. So Wild and Calgary, which was plus 127. So I like that. I also like Fiala to get a point, which is in one of my player point parlays. And then I also went with Boldy as well, because he's been heating up. Obviously, with a really hot Fiala right now, Boldy is also doing well. So I like Boldy, I like Fiala, I like the Wild to win, but I'm not super confident in taking in regulation or anything like that because we have seen this Wild team play close playoff hockey. I could see the Canucks giving a fight here. I could see this possibly going to overtime, but the Wild will win. That's what I'm thinking. Occupancy, Canucks, and Wild. What do you think here?
Yeah, these teams met on March 24th. The Wild won 3-2. We had goals from Kaprizov, Fiala, and Eriksson. Ek had the game winner. And the other side, we had Horvat and JT Miller. This is a do or die for the Canucks. It's not a do or die for the Wild. I pulled up the Canucks schedule for the remaining season, and they have a tough road for a small chance. They get Flames, Kraken, Kings, Oilers are the last teams the Nucks face. I was on the Nucks last game with Ottawa. I was on the Nucks with the game in Dallas. I was on the Nucks with the game in Arizona. And I was on Vegas in that game. They beat Vegas 5-4. I'm going to keep riding the Nucks here. I know typically I'm with you, Terry, on betting the Wild. But I think the Sharps are missing this. Honestly, I think that's really good value for a money line ticket. But what's also really good value here is minus 110 for the Vancouver double chance. So that's to draw, you win the bet, or basically just don't lose in reg for the Nucks, and you get a minus 110 price, which I think is worth a shot. I know you get way better odds on the draw, straight up. So it is what it is, but I like the Nucks here. I mean, yeah, they lost a pretty bad game to Ottawa. They were up in the third. I lost hundreds of dollars that night, honestly, by the Nucks not winning that game in overtime. It was a bummer. That would have been just a little extra on a good night already. So I'm not going to complain. But I think the Knuckleheads get it done tonight. I think even if they don't make this huge run, and get into the playoffs, I think they make some kind of run. And I'd like to catch some tickets while they do it.
All right. Aaron asks here, how confident am I? I could be. He could be putting big money if I'm okay with them. I wouldn't go anything super big here. Like I said, I could see a close game with this going overtime, but I don't think the Canucks win this game. The Wild with their empty net rally. If the Canucks are leading in the third period, I will definitely be smashing a Wild money line live for a nice plus price. But yeah, I wouldn't say go huge in this game. Tomorrow versus Seattle, depending how tonight goes, I'll definitely be tackling the Wild against Seattle tomorrow. A little bit heavier. Toller, Canucks, and Wild. What do you think of this one?
Kind of just one comment off of his comment about the big money bet. I would definitely save it for tomorrow, like Terry said. You're gonna have. I know the Kraken's still coin, but you'll have Fleury rested in net, and it is the Kraken. So they'll be definitely more motivated to win that one, especially if somehow they do lose tonight. I wouldn't do big money on this game, if anything. But for me tonight, I'm on the Wild. The Canucks, I'm pretty sure, are on their third game in 4 days. There's going to be tired legs. Minnesota's at home. Fans are happy. Y'all are excited. There's a vibe there right now. Minnesota team total, looking at that over. Demko got pulled because he played back-to-back, and then he got pulled pretty early. And they ended up losing that game. I don't trust him right now. I think the pressure on this, okay, we have to win every game, he's just not in for it right now. It's not a good situation for him. When with the mixture with the tired legs, I don't like it. Minnesota Wild want the home ice, so they want first place. I'm pretty sure if they only need 1 point to statistically 100% lock in versus the Blues matchup in the first round, which although we all know is inevitable, but they're pushing for that home ice. Blues have an away game at San Jose, so Wild know they need to just keep up. So don't look for them to take it too easy. They know they got the Kraken tomorrow, which isn't the hardest game, and they'll have Fleury. So I see Talbot leaving it all out there on the ice.
All right. I like it. I agree. What was I going to say? I was totally going to say something, and now I can't remember. Shoot. For the Canucks, Halak is hurt. He did not make the trip to Minnesota. So it is all on Demko's shoulders here.
Yeah, I don't like it. Definitely
He's going to have to probably play every game the rest of the year until they get eliminated, which I think will be tonight. Because I'm pretty sure if Canucks lose and LA and Dallas win, but I don't think Dallas is going to win. But if LA wins, I think they might be close to being mathematically eliminated. But yeah, we'll go into the next one. Dallas is in Calgary. Dallas played last night, plus 188. Calgary minus 225, a total of 5.5 here. The Stars could not get it done in Edmonton yesterday. And now they're playing again and going to Calgary. Really rough back-to-back set of games facing the Oilers and then the Flames on back-to-back nights when the Flames didn't have to play last night. I like the Flames here. I parlayed their money line with the Wild, and I also have the over 5.5. Yes, Jake Ottinger will be in net tonight for the Stars, but he lets in some goals. Like I can see him like this Flames team can score. Markstrom is starting for the Flames. Great numbers on the season, but as of late, can be a little bit shaky at times. So I see goals here. I don't know why the total is 5.5. When these two teams have faced each other in the past, there's a ton of goals as well. So I like the over. I like the Flames. And I have the Flames money line in my parlay. For player props, I also do have Matthew Tkachuk. Can't go wrong with him to score a point. One of my parlays. Yeah, like I said, you can't go wrong with him right now. Occupancy Stars against the Flames. So what do you think of this one?
I want to take one more shot with the Stars. I was on them last night. It didn't work out at all. Edmonton. Hey, listen, they tied it up 2-2 after they went down, but then they just did not at all play a good game after that. Oh man, I'm going on this angle of this is it. I mean, 91 points right now. They have their lead by 2 points, but man, they get one. I had a plus 1.5 for Dallas that didn't even cash last night. So it almost seems like I feel worse about this game than the Nucks game. I'm just looking to see if there's a plus 2.5 for the Stars, minus 260. That could be an interesting parlay piece. But the more I actually look at this, I'm going to stay away. Yeah, it's cold. It's gonna be a cold night up there. I don't want anything to do with it.
All right. Toller, Stars and Flames. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I think Dallas is also on their third game in 4 nights. I expect tired legs in this one as well. I don't know the real distance of Edmonton and Calgary because I'm not anywhere near Canada, but you're on a back-to-back, and that's not an easy trip. It's probably like the Arctic tundra up there. It's a Dallas team. It's not like this is a New York team traveling up there. I love the Flames tonight. Last game out, my Preds beat them in overtime in a shootout, very tough shootout. Saros was just on one that night, which he needed to be. Ottinger needs to be on one tonight, but I don't see him doing it. The only reason I think we beat the Flames is because they were also on a back-to-back traveling, I think cross-country on that one against us. So I'll credit that a little bit to our win in Nashville, but I don't see Dallas doing that tonight. I'm heavy on the Flames.
All right. And I got even Nathan. He's on the Flames.
And yeah, I agree with you, Terry. That over should not be 5.5. I like the over.
Yeah, I think because they see Markstrom and Jake and Dallas is this underplaying team, but not lately and not when they faced each other. So yeah, I definitely like the over. 2 more games here. Chicago plus 215 is in LA minus 260. A total of 6.5. I'm not touching either of these teams' games right now as we finish the season. I'll be looking at the Kings games when they're in the playoffs if they make it. But until then, they're just one of these teams that I'm not touching. I've been a high volume bettor all season long, kind of slowing it down here, going in towards the playoffs, getting ready for the playoffs here. Chicago will not be getting ready for the playoffs. That's for sure. The Kings not settled in their playoff spot, but more than likely they'll make it. So we'll have to see what happens here. I would lean with the over, but yeah, I'm not touching this game. Occupancy, Blackhawks and Kings. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like the Kings here. Chicago had to go to overtime to get the victory versus the Yotes. The Kings have been playing these tight-knit games. They've won 2-1 versus the Blue Jackets and the Ducks in their last outing. I expect that trend to continue. You say they're rolling with a 2-game win streak and they won 2-1 in both games, but that is rolling this time of year. It's not the Blues rolling, but that's still rolling for some people. I like it. I love the Kings. I need to find a dance partner for them. Don't really trust them to cover a puck line. I know it's plus 100. That's a great deal. Pretty priced out on the reg line right now. Minus 165, I think, is steep. So I just need to get a dance partner, and that's like, when you're going to getting your bet slips on, a 2-leg parlay with minus 270s, minus 300s, minus 250s. They can get you just a plus money kind of bet. But I think the Kings figure it out to get 2 points here, and this could be a Phil Deneau type game. We all know how silky, sneaky that guy can be, but he's good. He had 5 shots on goal last game. Double check that, but his player props are good. I was looking at them before. One sec. He had 4 shots on goal last game, but that's a lot for that guy. That's good. He's a good part of the team. I like him or more for player props. And then can't go wrong with Kempe and Kopitar. But I like this Kings team. I think they're going to win tonight.
All right. Toller, Blackhawks and Kings. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, a couple of things just to pinpoint real quick on this game. I think y'all kind of hit them. I'll just run through them again. Blackhawks on the back-to-back. It was a tough back-to-back, though. Overtime, in the desert. It was Arizona, though. I mean, it's not like you really battled anybody good. You shouldn't. If you were going to be anywhere decent, you should be able to kind of just destroy them. Everybody else has been, beating them by like 4 or 5. Arizona is one of the most depleted teams left right now. The Kings need a win tonight. They need the points. Oilers with a big win last night. Oilers got to start flying up with points. I don't think they're going to stop there in the playoff mentality. Kings are going to be on the chase. I know they kind of know they are going to get it, but you can't afford to lose points, especially in a situation tonight in front of your home fans. You're playing against Delia as well. That's a big thing to be noted. I am not a fan of Delia. I think he is terrible. Jonathan Quick's getting the start, I believe, for LA. He's not bad. Neither is Cal Peterson. They're kind of just they just show up. They're hot and cold. I'm going to take the gamble on him showing up tonight, though. I like the LA Kings to get it done. Tired Blackhawks with Delia in net.
All right. We'll move on to the final game here. The Blues, minus 205, are in San Jose facing the Sharks, plus 172. A total 6.5 on this one. So I did bring up the current standings. So the Blues are tied with the Wild, both 103 points. But the Wild have played one less game. So basically, the Wild just need to win one more game than the Blues or finish an overtime loss and get one more point than the Blues going forward. The Blues coming off a loss in overtime, their last game. This should be a spot that they bounce back on. But we've seen when a lot of good teams go on this big winning streak and they lose one, sometimes it's a ripple effect and they lose a couple. So I'm not taking the Blues money line here, but I am taking Robert Thomas and Pavel Buchnevich, both in my player point parlays. They have been scoring and scoring and scoring for games. It seems like they must have over 10 game winning point streaks for sure, especially Thomas. But Buchnevich even hotter as of late. So I'll take both those players parlayed with other players in my point parlays, but I'm not taking St. Louis on the money line here. Maybe it's me as a fan hoping that they lose, but we have seen teams off long winning streaks go on a couple game losing streak. So I'm going to stay off the side in this one, but I think the Blues will definitely score some goals. It is Binnington against Reimer in this one. So with Binnington in net as well, the Sharks have a chance. Fingers crossed. I'll give it to you. Blues and Sharks, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I'll be real with you, Terry. I'm just capping this game because I feel like I want to, end on a good note. But if anyone was trying to not stay up, spend some time with your families, maybe get outside, I think you could pass on this one. But I think I'll look at the over 6. trends are trends. But this is late in the season, and we just saw the Sharks and the Wild have 9 goals between them. The Sharks had 9 goals between them with the Blackhawks. 2 low-scoring games with the Stars, and the Jackets landed on 5. But then look at the Blues. You got 5, 11, 11, 8, 6. So I just don't think the Blues are playing low-scoring hockey. And then what we heard, right? Ryan O'Reilly was saying it's a lot of hockey for the Blues, so they're kind of on their they're tired. You know, they're traveling across the country. And I just think we can get 6 goals. So if I was gonna be cheering for a unit to get back in the roll, I would go on that over 6 at -125.
All right. Toller, final game of the night, Blues and Sharks. Finish us off here.
I think Melissa is the one who said it a while back, but the Sharks steal coins. They do. Every now and then. It's random, though. That's the thing. It's not like the Kraken. It's not like Arizona, but they tend to pop up every now and then. I also agree with what both of you kind of said. The Blues, I think they're headed for a little bit of a regression. They're about to start being okay with, all right, we can score 11 goals, 8 goals ourselves in a game. So we're going to take our chances and just rest up and get ready after this long road trip for the Minnesota Wild. I personally was at the Blues versus Preds game. Yes, I was intoxicated, but that Blues team, man, they had, 6, I think 7 in 2 periods. And, I mean, it was flawless hockey. Nashville didn't roll over. Nashville was trying. We needed it, but and we even scored first. It was 2-2 at one point, but after watching them play against Boston, completely different style of hockey. Or not style. That's the wrong terminology. Just completely different play of hockey. I see regression. I'm going to take my chances on that, and I'm going to steer clear from this game. Sharks steal coins. It's a late night game. I'm not going to put any kind of juice like that in a parlay. I'm not going to touch a puck line that late as well for me either. I'm over here Central Standard, so that's a very late. That's a 9:30 one for me. I get up at 3 a.m., so that's definitely not going to be one I'm going to stay up and watch or bet on. Just fair warning, watch that Blues game.
All right. And that is a slate, and we'll jump into best bets and everything. I'll bring up the current standings. Both of you have been 2 of the most profitable in best bets. Melissa is currently in first, but occupancy, you 8.75 units up. Toller, 6.27 units up. The both of you have done a great job. And still in the race for first place to finish off best bets. Playoff season will start fresh, and it'll be a fresh start for playoffs. So we'll jump into everything here. And we'll start, as we always do, with dog of the day here. I'm on Buffalo. I like the Sabres as my dog here. Weapon X also went with Buffalo. DJ went with Buffalo. Melissa went with Buffalo. And Nick went with Vancouver. Surprise, surprise. No kidding. Occupancy, is there a dog of the day that you like today?
No, I guess not. I Vancouver. Yeah.
All right. Toller?
Dog of the day. No, I'm going to pass. I'm terrible at that.
Hey, it's totally fine. We'll go on to over or under. No total for me today. I did not like any here. Weapon X went with Chicago, LA over 6. Nick went with Tampa Bay, Toronto under 7. DJ went with St. Louis, San Jose over 6. Melissa went with Vancouver, Minnesota over 6. And Nathan went with Dallas, Calgary over 5.5. Actually, yes, I'm on that total. I forgot. I'm on that total. I totally forgot. So I'll be making that my total. Occupancy, is there a total that you like today?
Yeah, I'll go with DJ's. I like that one myself as well.
St. Louis, San Jose?
Yeah.
Over. All right.
Mhm.
Toller.
I'm not doing one of those, but Terry, I just noticed your best bet. And I have that note written on the side of my notes. I was looking at that as well. Oh, my goodness, my man. Oh,
Hey.
no.
That
I'll
could,
take the over in the Flames, actually. Sorry. But, yeah, that's a great parlay.
thanks. I'm hoping it cashes for sure. Yesterday, the Capitals let me down. I'm so close to getting to the blue/green out of the red after a rough streak. So hoping to get there today. Best bets, best parlay pieces. I'm going Minnesota money line, parlayed with Calgary money line for plus 127. Best parlay piece, Fiala to get a point. He has been absolutely on fire as of late. Weapon X, he's going with another 3-player score, anytime goal. So Tage Thompson for Buffalo, Sidney Crosby for Pittsburgh, and Matthew Tkachuk for Calgary. He's parlaying all three to score a goal, which is at plus 1,872. His best parlay piece is Crosby to get a point. Nick is taking the Blues on the puck line for his best bet. Blues on the money line for his parlay piece. DJ is going Trocheck for Carolina over 2.5 shots on goal as his best bet. Kempe over half a point for his parlay piece. Melissa, our best bets leader, is taking LA on the puck line for her best bet. LA money line as her parlay piece. And Nathan is taking the Flames on the puck line for his best bet. And LA money line as his parlay piece. Occupancy, what do you think here? Best bet and best parlay piece.
Yeah, I wonder, Terry. We have to look back at the end of the season. I don't know if this team has made it onto the best bets at all in any, not aside from their team total. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Devils and the Kings 2-teamer on the money line at plus 135.
New Jersey money line plus LA money line. And what is the odds? Sorry,
Plus 135.
plus 135. All right. And parlay piece.
Carolina money line.
Carolina money line. All right. Toller.
Parlay piece. Flyers money line. And then best bet. Oh, Terry.
What are you gonna copy mine?
No, I also have on my notes. I have another one. It's for 210, but it does involve those two teams, but another team. It's a 3-team money line parlay. I'm just when I could risk. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna go for it tonight. If not, we'll try to use the remaining. I think we got like 7 or 8 days left of regular season to try to just
do something like that.
And I'll just do straights the rest if this misses. So let's go for it tonight. Since I'm going out of state this weekend, we're going to go for the push tonight. Wild, Flames, and Kings money line parlay at 210.
Plus LA. Plus 210.
So if that hits, but if the Kings only win by 1, I can pass Melissa.
All right. Yep. Still time to go. That is everybody's best bet, best parlay piece. If you want to see it, it is in the link in the description of this video. If you want to find occupancy or Toller or anybody, if you want to find occupancy or Toller, check out the link in the description of this video. It'll be posted on the Getting Wild with Terry and Friends Twitter as well. Best of luck to everybody tonight. Smash the like button if you like the content. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And we will see you tomorrow for more episodes of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, baseball and hockey edition. Have a good one, guys.